So to get started, when you are covering your chipboard in the fabric, of course you want to put the fabric pretty side down and figure out centering all three pieces. And when you do center those, you want to leave a gap in between your spine piece and your two cover pieces. That way, once it's together, there's wiggle room for using the journal. All right. Usually I use a bigger nozzle glue for doing these, but I don't know where it's at. So we're going to try to use this and hope it sticks really well. When I am doing fabric cover journal, I usually like to make sure I cover the whole piece in glue, and I don't leave it in lines. I kind of use my finger as a smearing tool. I know there's brushes and stuff for that, but I apparently am really bad at leaving the brushes to dry out because I've gone through a few of them. But my finger works just as well, and I don't forget to wash my finger off. All right, so I like to start with the spine so that I can get everything nice and centered. And that will be our starting point. Oh wait, I gotta ask y'all more trivia questions. Okay, what holiday does Jack become obsessed with and want to improve? That is right. Christmas. He totally becomes obsessed with Christmas and wants to improve it. He wants a dark Christmas. I'm not mad at him for it. All right, I'm gonna do this kind of in sections so that the glue doesn't get stuck in its lines, so I can get it nice and smeary. So have you guys been riding the train, learning lots of facts and guessing trivia? I felt a little stupid on certain shows today. I don't have any care though. I just shout stuff out. I feel like it's better to have tried than to not guessed. And of course, you can take your time with this and get a really good coverage of glue, but for the sake of time and stuff, I'm kind of just getting it on there. All right. And then we're going to make sure we leave our gap and that we line this up parallel to our centerpiece. All right, let's see. What is the name of Jack's ghost dog? Who knows his name? Totally Made is on it, whipping out the answers. Zero. I love me some Zero. I got a really cute, I don't know if it's crocheted or knitted, but I have a really cute one of those of Zero and of Oogie Boogie too. I got them from, what is her name? She's a seller on here. I don't know if I can craft you trivia and think of names. Your son's made you watch it? That is an awesome sign. I think I've probably made my kids watch it more than they probably would have liked in life when they were little. Oh yeah, my house is, and it's funny. So we decorate for Halloween, and when it's time to undecorate from Halloween, the way that works is my kids have to constantly ask, "Hey mom, is this a Halloween decoration or does this stay out year round?" Because it's kind of hard to tell. That's how Halloween undecorating goes. So you don't want to accidentally put up my stuff that I like out year round. which there's definitely a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas out year round. All right. Getting at least some coverage of glue. I really wish I could have found my other glue bottle with the bigger tip. It works so much easier. Okay. All right, so then we're going to line this up and leave a gap just like we did with the other side. All right, let's see. Next question. What is Sally made out of? What is the adorable Sally, who's right here, made out of? Corpses? No. Rags and leaves. Quilt. I mean, I guess that's, yeah, fabric. That's pretty much it. She's a rag doll. She's made with rags and stuffed cloth, which I'm pretty sure the leaves are on point. I didn't even put that in my answer. Yep, Sally is a little rag doll who's got some skills in sewing. All right, so now we are going to start on getting our fabric. How do I want to do this? I guess we'll just do the top first. Okay, I've got too much stuff on my desk. Things keep poking me. All right, so to start covering the fabric around to the inside, I'm going to go down the line and basically do the same thing we just did on the back, except only at the edges. Make sure you get very close to the edge so that it'll be nice and tight. And then I'm going to do a scribble of glue down that. But you definitely want to make sure you get it all the way to the edge of the chipboard. If you want to be very precise, you can also put it on the edge. All right, I'm going to start in the middle. I cut the spine myself. I buy the sheets in a 5x7 sheet size. And then I take one of the pieces and cut it into 1-inch strips. Hey, Michelle, you unlocked Bronze Skull. You got a coupon up at the top. All right. So now I'm going to flip around and do the same thing on the other side. But the chipboard will come in the kit for making the journal cover. And your spine piece will already be cut for you. Cutting chipboard is not fun, I will say that. But it is a necessary evil. Right. A nice amount of glue on there. Making sure it's all the way at the edges. Thanks, Wheezy. Always a good jam. It makes for better crafting, y'all. I'm either listening to music while I craft or listening/watching a TV show or a movie. I found some hole of Hulu, and I've been watching lots of odd TV shows based on different historic times. A lot of them not in America, but that's the hole I fell in. I think I'm on my third series of randomness now. The one I'm watching right now is called Dope Girls. It's pretty good though. It's definitely a new hole of TV to watch. All right, so now we've got our top and our bottom done. We are going to turn to the side. So now at your corners, you can either chop off the corners, just not chop off too much if you don't like the bulk. But I usually have gotten into where I like to do the tuck and fold. See, and I've gotten to the point where in my adult life, I've started to enjoy history. I absolutely hated history when I was in school, and I was really bad at it. Um, I can't remember names. I can't remember dates. I'm horrid at it, whether historical or people I meet. I'm really bad at it. But I love learning about the history now that I'm older because I really didn't pay attention when I was younger. All right, so when you go to do your corners, you're going to push in this little edge and convince it to fold so you get this nice little angled bit like that. At the same time of trying to pull it tight. And then I'm going to add some glue underneath where we just folded. Hold that down. And then you're going to do the same over here. So you're going to push that part of the fabric in. And fold. I don't think I managed to get that in as much as I would like it. My left hand. Okay. Well, that's where it's at now. And then put some glue where the fabric meets the fabric. And just make sure it's all pulled nice and tight before it gets stuck in your glue. Do I have a kit of this? I do. Yep, I have kits for just making the cover. And then I also have like a whole bundle kit where you get the cover kit, the ephemera pack, and the paper pack all together. Like a whole nice little starter kit. We're making a little junk journal. Or, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be a junk journal, but. All right. So same thing, we put it down. I'm going to pull this part in for the middle. I probably should have cut some of that off. That's a lot of extra fabric. Hang on. I don't really need that much fabric on the side there. All right. Pull that middle down. And then we're going to do the tuck. And hold that for a moment. And then we're going to do the other side. Tuck. Add some glue at this corner. All right. Oh, thank you for the bin purchase. Okay. So now we left those little slits so there's totally space for us to be able to move our cover pieces. All right. So I am going to take our ribbon real quick and cut it in half. And I'm going to put those on at the middle point. I'm going to use my mat to measure. Just going to put that on there so that can start drying a little bit. And that will be for our little tie closure. And then I gotta grab the cardstock because I just realized I forgot to get it out. And I gotta clean some of the glue off of me. Okay. Okay. Cardstock. Alright. Oh my goodness. So we will have to trim this down so that it fits on our journal, which they are 5x7, and then the 1-inch split with a little extra space. So I'm going to take a little bit off of the edge of this, and this is probably going to make a crappy cut because it needs a new blade, but it'll be okay. And you can of course measure. I'm just going to guesstimate, considering I meant to cut it beforehand. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's definitely fuzzy. I stopped buying this thing blades because I got one of the big, handle choppy ones, and then I screwed it up. I actually managed to mess up the metal. All right, and then I'm gonna mark. Metallic Sharpies are great if you do a lot of work with black paper and you want to measure for length. You can always measure really well with a metallic Sharpie. Oh, well, that's fun. See, it wants a new blade so bad, it popped off and was like, give me a blade, you bitch. Okay. All right. Let's chop this off. Alright. Let's see if I can get rid of some of this fuzz. I really don't want to put this on the journal. It'll just look so bad. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to fall in my trash can instead of all over my floor like everything else. Anybody got any secrets for keeping your floor not a trash disaster? I'm so bad at it. Clippings always end up everywhere, especially if I'm doing die cuts. It gets bad. Okay. So now we have that. Alright, so I am going to put a nice thick edge where the fabric is. And kind of let that soak into the fabric a little, and then I'm going to put the glue on the chipboard part. Hi, kid. Huh? What? It's upstairs. Dinner's ready. We made tacos. And I'll be off at 11. Alright, I'm going to try to do this really fast so that it, which is why I usually have a bigger tip glue bottle that has gone MIA. For putting this down. I want to make sure I get right up to the edge. Probably should have did this a couple portions at a time instead of doing this, but it'll be okay. I'm trying to make my poor detail glue brush live above and beyond its sacred duties. Okay. Yeah, I should have done this in sections. The glue's already dry. Okay. But at least I can get y'all the idea of the end result. And then I'm going to try to put that on there nice and centered. And then I am going to grab my... Oh, I got glue on it. I'm going to grab my bone folder and feel for our little points. And try to make a nice little divot. Come on. So that it has some breathing room. And I might have just messed that up. It'll be okay. Nope, I'm not in my groove. There's my groove. Y'all, that didn't happen. Ignore it. That didn't happen. Don't push too hard. What? That's what I get for trying to rush. I just ripped my paper. Okay. Don't be like me, y'all. Take your time. Where'd my light go? Because I have so much glue on me. Alright. So now, should have a nicely covered, fabric covered jack journal. With little fun jacks every which direction. Alright. I'm gonna be extra special, y'all. You don't see that. It's got some Sharpie on it. There you go. All better. All right. So once you've gotten to the point where you have this covered, I honestly would usually wait until it is completely dry, especially since it's fabric covered. But you would then need to do Sharpie. That's a good idea. And then it looks like it's intentional. But you would just need to poke the holes to put your signature in. I do have a tutorial on how to do a fabric cover journal. It's a little bit bigger than this one. It's not a 5x7 on my YouTube channel. There we go. All better. Because I don't want to potentially rip the fabric trying to do this when it's still because the fabric will pop off sometimes if I try to start poking holes now. But that is what your little journal cover will end up looking like. It does also include in the cover kit some black wax cord. I finally got black, y'all. No more dark gray. But it'll include a length that's big enough to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I'll probably include 2 because you can fit 2 signatures in here. So you'll get 2 lengths of wax cord. The things I think of after I make a listing. All right. So that is what the journal cover kit will make for you. And then in case you guys joined us later, I'm going to show you guys the paper pack and the ephemera kit. So the ephemera kit is 5 sheets of cardstock with tags that I designed that are Nightmare Before Christmas. You get 9 tags on each sheet. So you get 2 different sheets of tags. All your favorite Nightmare Before Christmas. I forgot I was doing trivia. Please hold. Who's the main villain in the movie Nightmare Before Christmas? Y'all should have shouted, give us a question. I completely forgot. Main villain. Who's the main villain? That's right. Linda's on point. So you get two sheets of tags, and then you will get 2 sheets of all these different patterns and prints that you can use for pockets, or you can cut them diagonally and use them for corner tuck spots. And then there's 2 different Jack belly bands on there. And then you also get a little sheet of different imagery and little circles that you can use for dangles or small little circle tags, whatever you like. But you get all of those. So that's 5 different pages of fun ephemera stuff to work with. And then there is a paper pack, which this one, I printed this on paper and it doesn't meet my standards. So I will be printing the paper, unless you want paper. If you want paper, let me know. Because sometimes people just prefer the feel of it, but I think it'll look better printed on the cardstock, because you can see bats and 0 coming through from the other side. So it didn't really do its due diligence. But there are 24 different patterns that are Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So you get 6 sheets that are double-sided, and they, of course, change print in the middle, so they make awesome journal pages. Some of them are just cool patterns, like the pink and black stripes. We've got love, Jack and Sally on the hill, Oogie Boogie, some spiders, and this is also why it wasn't holding up to that much ink. It was getting caught in my printer. You got Jack faces and polka dots. Got Sally's dress pattern and Jack's. And then we've got a 0 print and some black and purple. And then Jack and Jack's spider webs. And then Jack and Sally on blue and some pink with the little swirlies. So 24 cool different little prints to go in the paper pack. And then for fabrics for your journal, the one that I used in the demo is what I had planned for, but I did also find that digging through. This one I only have enough to do 3 with, and I have more for that one, of course. But and then the cover kit comes with all the stuff to make the cover. All right, so I am going to pull up the entire bundle kit that includes the cover kit with everything to make your cover, and both the ephemera pack and the paper pack first. If I can find it. It better be in here. Oh, okay. All right. So I am going to let this run if anyone is interested in the entire bundle. And then for tonight's awesome trivia train, I'll also be throwing y'all in a 10-pack of stickers into all the bundles that I send out too. So that'll be some extra goodness for you guys. And the paper will come on cardstock. If you'd rather not have cardstock, let me know. And if you really want paper, I'll print it on paper. Thank you, Linda.